But yeah, man, they do not want Black Americans or Black people from the West looking at Africa like this, like because if we knew that there were this many options of this many countries and cultures that we can go and experience and fellowship and travel and enjoy, have a good time, then like why would we go to any of these other, European or other countries and spend money with them when we can spend money with our own people?
Top hill, just subscribe.
Top.
That is nasty.
Yeah. We here. We on time. I know y'all confused as heck. It's like, wait, y'all started?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
We're here.
We're here. Dr. Imani Raw's in the building.
Okay.
So, let's get it, man. All right. 3, 2, 1. Top pill episode. Is this 224? Hold on, man. It's 224, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 224, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right.
We here.
We are here, man. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Live. This is your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. Imani Raw.
And I'm D. Carmen.
D. Carmen in the building. Yes, Thirsty. We back. Shout out to Travel Connect. What's good, bruh? I really like Travel Connect's videos because he kind of just gets to the point. Like, he gives us the highlights of the countries, and then we can give our opinions on it. So, shout out to Travel Connect. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. He deserves over 100,000 subscribers already. I'm pretty sure he's well on the way. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. We're heading over to Lusaka, Zambia. I heard a lot about Zambia because it's actually in the list of Africa for the top countries to do business. Mm-hmm. So we haven't looked in Zambia yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Shout out to Play. You late, man. That was a couple of minutes ago. You got to hit the live button. All right. All right, let's get into it.
Lusaka, Zambia. This is another one of my favorite cities to visit. And on this trip specifically, I had an unforgettable time.
What?
In this video, we're going to be checking out things to do, such as attractions, their highly underrated nightlife, my accommodations, and more, so that you'll have an idea of things to do in the city in case you decide to visit. So sit back and relax as we explore Lusaka, Zambia.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything.
So for those that don't know, Zambia is located in southern Africa, and it borders 8 different countries. With the Democratic Republic of Congo and Tanzania to the north, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique to the south, Malawi to the east, and Angola to the west. An interesting fact about the borders of Zambia, Angola, Namibia, and Botswana is that this is the only place on earth where 4 nations meet. Anyway, Lusaka is the capital city of Zambia and has a huge population of about 3.3 million people. So, the first place I decided to visit during this trip was to the Kawasoko Game Ranch. Here, they have a bunch of different activities you can participate in, but what I enjoyed most was the quad biking. They have a beautiful trail where you can ride 4-wheelers, while also getting the chance to check out the beautiful landscape of Lusaka. On this day, the weather was just about perfect, and it was great experiencing the ride surrounded by beautiful nature. They also have small safari rides where you can see a variety of animals, like buffalo, giraffes, antelope, and many other animals. If you love picnics, there are perfect spots to sit and enjoy a meal with family or friends.
Sorry for pausing, but they try to take the history away. I know for a fact the word picnic came
Pick
from...
a nigga.
And they said that's not where it came from anymore? They completely erased it and said that that's a myth, and that's not where the word came from.
We made that up.
Huh?
Because we made that up.
Right, yeah, just our ancestors.
victims.
Yeah, we just...
So where did they say it came from?
It is. It's a damn French word. Yeah, it's definitely picnic. Anyway, mid 18th century, denoting a social event.
Picnic museum, Ferris State University, Jim Crow Museum.
Lynching picnic.
Never forget.
Yeah. Shout out to the Jim Crow Museum for actually labeling that. But yeah. Anyway. I stand with my ancestors. I know what they told me. Anyway, they got zebras just walking around here, like just chilling.
They don't eat them?
Right.
And zebra that come right up to you while you're eating. It's always nice getting outdoors and checking out some nature. And Kewasoko Game Ranch was good for doing just that. Now, my last visit to Lusaka, I checked out the nightlife, but only for a few hours here and there. But since it was my birthday weekend during this trip, you know I went super hard.
For sure.
So on Friday night, the first place I visited was an event called Lusaka Night Food Market.
Damn.
Here, they have food vendors as well as
lit.
local and international DJs that keep the party rocking well into the night. As you can see, the place was pretty packed, and I for sure had a good time. From here, some friends and I met up and stopped by the lounge Black Bistro. The DJs here were really good. Plus, you can grab a beer for only $2 US and a mixed drink for around $3. From Black Bistro, we made our way over to the lounge Da Capo. Just like Black Bistro, Da Capo had a great DJ and some pretty good cocktails. This is where people usually end the night, as they don't close until the wee hours of the morning. I had a great night.
Yeah, Africans know how to party for sure.
Another spot I hit up over the weekend was the lounge Chicago's. Chicago's is definitely more laid back than the other places I went to, and is a great place to meet people.
See, that's more my
They
vibe.
played a lot of American hip hop and R&B hits, but finished the night with Afro beats and Amapiano. I came here alone this night,
Facts. They
but
definitely
ended up
live on
hanging
Africa.
out with some awesome people I met over the course of the night. Good times. On Sunday afternoons about 2 p.m., many people throughout the city usually meet up at the bar and lounge Granddaddy's. Here, they usually play many of the big football matches that may be going on, and when there isn't a game, there are DJs playing the latest hits up until around midnight. This is a great place to meet people for some good conversation and laughs while having some good drinks and delicious food. Another place I visited during this trip was Chemanuka Lodge and Reserve. If you saw my last video on Lusaka, this is the same place where you can walk with the elephants and also the cheetahs.
There you go.
But this time around, I went horseback riding, which was really fun. I also went on a relaxing boat cruise on their lake, which is also located on the reserve. Chemanuka has a wide variety of activities to participate in. I highly recommend visiting if you're ever in Lusaka. Another cool place to visit if you're into outdoors but don't want to venture too far out of the city is Kalimba Reptile Park. Here, you can see a variety of amazing reptiles, like crocodiles, snakes, and tortoises, just to name a few. For those that are interested, they have an area where you can learn all about the animals at this park. Although the guy teaching us this day was pretty unfriendly.
Oh, what?
There are also opportunities to hold some of these reptiles, which makes for an unforgettable experience.
He was unfriendly. What you mean?
What the fuck? It's pretty unfriendly.
Something else that isn't talked about much when it comes to Lusaka is they have plenty of nice restaurants. So of course, while in town, I had to try some new spots.
I can also tell by
the
the cars that they
restaurant
drive.
that was recommended to me the most during this trip was a Noma Mediterranean restaurant. Here, they serve delicious Mediterranean food like fresh salads, tasty kebabs, and a variety of seafood.
I know that y'all hear.
The decor here is very beautiful. The atmosphere is cozy and welcoming, and the staff make you feel right at home. Now, my favorite lunchtime spot was Mabula Restaurant. Mabula is known for its delicious fusion cuisine.
This is probably where all that
They have a bunch of beautifully crafted dishes, and the restaurant's setup and warm lighting creates a perfect setting for any occasion. The last restaurant I'll highlight is the restaurant Char by Marlin. During the day, it's a very chill restaurant that serves a really good steak, and also has a nice bar that serves delicious cocktails. But at night, the restaurant transforms into a lounge and brings in a pretty good DJ. Lusaka is
This
loaded
looks like a
with
steak
nice
lover's dream
restaurants.
right here.
So when you're in town, make sure you try out some. On this visit, I wanted to learn a little more about the country, so I decided to make a stop at the Lusaka National Museum. This is a good place to learn about some of the country's history and culture. There are displays of traditional African art, including beautiful sculptures and paintings. You can also explore exhibits about Zambia's history, from ancient times to modern day. One of the highlights is the section on archaeology, where you can find artifacts from early human settlements. The museum is both educational and fun, making it a great place for anyone interested in learning about Zambia's fascinating past and present. As far as my accommodations while in Lusaka, I stay at the Hilton Garden Inn, located right in the middle of the
Hilton?
city.
That's a
I'm not
fire
going to go into much about this
design, too.
hotel because I talked about it in my last Zambia video, and I've done a full review of this hotel in a completely separate video. But what I will say is that this hotel probably has the best views of the city in all of Lusaka. The hotel also has a really good bar, as well as a nice pool. Lusaka is easily one of my favorite cities to visit in Africa. It's a big city that's surrounded by a lot of nature, has some awesome bars and restaurants, and the people of Lusaka are very friendly and helpful. As far as visa requirements, US passport holders do not need a visa if you're staying less than 90 days. I love Lusaka. It's a city that's also on my list of places to possibly move. I'll for sure be visiting
He's talking
again
about moving
this year,
there.
though. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.
All right. Talk about great first impression. I had no idea. I just seen another video that talked about how Zambia is a country that is really good for doing business, easy to start a business, and that it's actually pretty stable. And lo and behold, when we see it on the ground here, this looks very first world. Looks very much like us.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. It feels like, I don't know, like almost like pretty much all the other bigger cities that we haven't touched bases on.
All right.
I don't have any chips. Go sit down. But yeah, I didn't expect, like, first of all, like, between their nightlife, the different options, like Zambia, I don't know, like, especially places with like Hiltons, I feel like you would think that's something you hear about, but that's just like yet another example of like how big the continent is and how diverse it is as well. Because, you know, between going from Ethiopia through Kenya down to Zambia, down to South Africa, like it's all different but the same in the sense of like the modernness of it. Like it's like I'm not gonna say we've been searching, but we've yet to come across these huts,
right?
And I guess a third world feel. So
yeah.
I really enjoy that though. That
I agree.
They got the safaris.
Yeah, they got everything, man. Like, shout out to NPC World. He said, they lied on Africa so bad. Yeah, they really did. They don't want us seeing this. Like, they do not want. Zebras?
Oh my God, I said zebras.
I'm about to say, yeah, you said it right. Like you said it, like
A giraffe.
Giraffe. But yeah, this is beautiful. Like I couldn't imagine this, like even seeing the freaking zebra just walking.
Do they bite people?
That's good. That's a good question. It's a valid question.
Because I feel like they're like closer to the donkey family, and donkeys be biting.
No, they seem peaceful and friendly. I don't know. But yeah, man, they do not want Black Americans or Black people from the West looking at Africa like this, like, because if we knew that there were this many options of this many countries and cultures that we can go and experience and fellowship and travel and enjoy, have a good time, then like, why would we go to any of these other, European or other countries and spend money with them when we can spend money with our own people? Like this is a country,
and there's actually some culture. Like it's not just bland,
right? Yeah, like that melanin is strong, man. Like we already know. Like we could just tell by the vibes. I could see by looking at this video that these people are lit. Like it's a good time. The food, I already know. I can smell and almost taste it through the screen. I know how good it probably tastes. And yeah, and the music scene. I mean, come on, music. You already know the music is fire out there. This got me wanting to come see Zambia. I actually want to know more about Zambia. I really want to see more. So if there's any Zambians in the comments or anything like that, please put in the comments. Let us know what other videos that we should look at when it comes to the culture out there and traveling out there. We really appreciate it. Shout out to Steiger. He said, and the strange part is that the people hiding it from y'all are the ones relocating here. Exactly. Like just from the video that we watched yesterday when we listened to that billionaire white guy, and he was talking about how industry is Africa. Like the growing population, the opportunity, like it has every recipe for growth and success. And I just believe they want us late to the party. Like they like, like they like to get there early and establish things. Like you see Hilton's there.
Sow their seeds. Yeah, exactly. That was a big thing for me as well. I'm like, that's nice, but also it's like,
how did they know about this already? How did they get that? And you know what I mean? Like that's a telltale sign right there. Like we call it gentrification in America. So, but yeah, we definitely want to come out to Africa and visit and actually see the truth and what it actually looks like, and encourage more people in the diaspora to follow suit. Like I know just by doing this show, me and Carmen have definitely, like in our circles, people have been more interested when we talk about stuff like that.
Exactly. And I take pride in being able to like educate my peers on subjects that I was once ignorant to as well.
For sure. Yeah, because we were all ignorant, not by choice, but it's because they fed us lies for so long. So now that we're coming to the light, we're trying to like show other people like, hey, this is actually what it looks like. Like it's not huts and what you guys think. Everybody walking around barefoot. No, these people are living.
And then that's another thing. Like it's very easy to say like, oh, well, maybe like we're just like highlighting the built up areas, but it's like no, we've just jumped from country to country, from west to east to South Africa, even some northern parts, and it's like and the same thing happens here. Like they promote America like it's heaven. Like I remember going to Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, and the guy, one of my tour guides, is just like, wow, you're from DC. I would just love to see the White House. It's like it was like going to heaven to me. I was like, man, ain't nothing special about that damn White House. I gotta sit in front of traffic.
Like, it's nothing special. But the perception.
The president himself don't even stand there.
Right, exactly. So, you know what I mean? It's all about perception. So it has to change. We have to change our mindset on these things and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Zambia. Round of applause again, and shout out to Travel Connect. All right.
Top hill, top hill, top hill. Hell no. Top hill, top hill, top hill. Just subscribe.